Good morning, and welcome to BASECAMP, the best way to start your day. I'm Jack, and I'm really glad that you joined us. BASECAMP is a tool that helps you develop the habit of spending daily time with God. And we're on a journey through the book of Exodus, and we find ourselves today in a land called Egypt. And there's a big problem in Egypt. The Israelites are facing some really tough times as slaves. But it's not just the people who are in trouble. Even God's promise to these people seems to be in question. We mentioned last week a promise made to a man named Abraham in Genesis. God promised Abraham four things: his presence, a big family, the promised land, and the program to bless the world. And this promise was God's plan to save the world from sin's power and bring back humanity into relationship with him. So, it's a super important promise. And fast forward a few generations, and we're in Exodus. So far, not too much has happened, and the family is still quite small. However, God has been with them through thick and thin, even in Egypt. He is a faithful God. But there's trouble brewing. The new Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, is worried about the growing number of Hebrews, and he enslaves them. He even orders the midwives to kill Hebrew baby boys. It's a dire situation, and it looks like it calls for a hero. Just like the heroes in the stories we love, someone needs to step up and oppose injustice. But can anyone handle this task? Can the Hebrews find their hero in this tough time? Let's find out. So go ahead, open your Bibles to Exodus chapter 2, and you can follow along with us. It's going to be on the screen for you to read as well, because we're about to meet our main character of Exodus, Moses. So let's read verses 1 through 4. You pause the video, and we're going to come back and talk about it. Now, Moses might be a familiar name to you guys, but let's slow down a bit and look for some clues in the story. In the first verses of Exodus 2, we meet a Hebrew couple, and they're expecting a baby. Woohoo, right? And this is no ordinary baby. It's a baby boy. Woohoo! Like the smoke from, like the gender reveals. Some of them go terribly wrong. Anyway, but that isn't this family's reaction, right? They're not announcing that they have a baby boy because in the current times in Egypt, having a boy is a problem. Because Pharaoh wants to get rid of every Hebrew baby boy. So what can they do? Well, when the mother decides that she can't hide Moses anymore, she makes an ark for her baby and places him among the reeds of the river. But wait, I thought it was like this cute little basket like I saw in the cartoons that Moses went in. The word in the original language that is translated to basket here is used only one other time in the Bible, and it's translated to the word ark. And this is actually very important and is kind of a clue, because this ark is supposed to remind us of something. This word is used purposefully to show us that this is something that saves people, just like Noah's ark. It's a clue, maybe pointing towards our hero. Could this baby be the hero that the Hebrews need? Maybe, but there's more to this story. So let's read verses 5 through 10. As the story unfolds, Pharaoh's daughter comes to the river to bathe and discovers the baby. She could have returned him to the Nile and killed him like she was supposed to do. But instead, she has compassion and decides to save him. What a twist, right? Moses' sister, who had also been watching from a distance, offers a very, very clever solution. She says that she'll find a Hebrew nurse to help care for the baby. Right? That's an excellent idea. And guess who the nurse turns out to be? Well, Moses' own mother. So Moses' mom now gets to raise her son, and Pharaoh's daughter is going to pay her to take care of her own baby boy. It's a pretty good deal. Well, awesome, right? This baby survived and is now in the house of Pharaoh, being taken care of. But is Moses this hero that we're waiting for? He could be, maybe, But there's more to come in this story. Exodus is far from over. But to find out more, you're going to have to tune back in on Thursday for another episode of BASECAMP.